All right, Cowboys Nation, grab your coffee, grab your phone, and turn the volume up, because we've got some breaking, jaw-dropping, roster-shaking, playoff-impacting news coming out of Dallas today. I'm talking about a move that absolutely no one saw coming, and it's already sending shockwaves across the league. The Dallas Cowboys have officially traded for none other than defensive tackle D.J. Reader. Yes, you heard that right, the same D.J. Reader, who's been anchoring defensive lines and eating double teams like breakfast cereal for years, is now heading to Big D. And man, what a massive move this is for a franchise that has desperately needed help up the middle. Cowboys fans have been pleading no, begging for defensive line reinforcements after getting embarrassed in the trenches last season. And now? The front office finally delivered. Let's be clear, this isn't just a depth signing. This isn't just a body to throw in the rotation. This is a legitimate, proven veteran who commands respect on every snap. Reader is a 6'3", 335-pound powerhouse who can single-handedly disrupt the run game and collapse the pocket from the inside. You want to stop those back-breaking 3 RD and 2 conversions? You want to stop getting gashed up the gut by playoff teams? You need a guy like Reader. And now he's wearing the star. What's even crazier is how quickly this all came together. From what I'm hearing, the Cowboys quietly reached out earlier this week, tested the waters, and the deal came together in less than 48 hours. They sent over a late-round draft pick, likely a 5th or 6th rounder, and were willing to eat the remaining year of his contract, roughly $13 million against the cap. Now, to the casual fan, that might sound like a lot. But for a guy who brings this level of toughness, leadership, and production, that's a bargain. Especially when you consider that the Cowboys have been one of the worst teams in the league against the run. We're talking bottom 3 in rushing yards allowed per game. It's been a recurring nightmare, especially when it matters most in December and January. Just think back to some of those games where Dallas couldn't stop a nosebleed up front. That all changes now. Reader doesn't just fill a hole, he changes the identity of this defense. You think Micah Parsons is scary off the edge now? Wait until teams can't double him because they have to deal with Reader on the inside. You think Leighton Vander Esch and Damone Clark haven't been able to flow freely? Reader is going to keep offensive linemen off their hips, letting them shoot gaps and make plays. This is the kind of domino effect that changes everything for Dan Quinn's scheme. And don't underestimate the psychological effect either. When a team sees a guy like Reader lining up across from them, it sends a message. We're not soft anymore. You're not running the ball down our throats anymore. You're going to have to beat us a different way. And with the Cowboys' elite cornerback group and pass rushers, good luck finding that different way. This move also shows something else, and it's a big deal. The front office is all in. After years of treading lightly, hoarding cap space, and preaching value over splash, they finally made a real, aggressive football move. They didn't wait for Reader to hit the free agent market again next offseason. They didn't cross their fingers and hope Motzie Smith magically takes a leap. They went out and got a man who has been one of the most consistent interior defenders in the league for the past half-decade. And the best part? He doesn't come with baggage. No off-field issues. No locker room drama. He's a quiet, lunch pail, bring your hard hat type of guy. That's exactly the kind of presence this young defensive line needs. Let's not forget this team just lost Jonathan Hankins in free agency. Motzie is still developing. Osa Odigizwa has flashed but hasn't quite become an every-down force. Adding Reader into that room? That's veteran stability. That's mentorship. That's production on day one. I also want to talk about what this does to the overall strategy of the defense. For the past few years, Dallas has been a feast or famine unit. They've thrived on takeaways, sacks, big plays, but they've been vulnerable to long, grinding drives that sap momentum and wear down the defense. Adding a guy like Reader helps eliminate that vulnerability. He brings control. He brings gap discipline. He lets your linebackers stay clean and fast. That means fewer third and shorts, more third and longs, and more chances for your elite pass rush to tee off. This isn't a flashy edge rusher or a highlight reel linebacker, it's a dirty work, championship-type player. And those are the guys who win playoff games in the cold, when throwing the ball becomes harder and the run game becomes king. Let's also talk cap for a second. Some of you are asking, how can we afford this? Didn't we just give out new money to CeeDee Lamb? Well, the answer is smart restructuring. The Cowboys cleared a ton of cap space earlier this offseason by converting base salaries into bonuses, and now we're seeing why. This is the kind of move that justifies that strategy. You use your flexibility not just to retain your stars, but to bring in veteran help at premium positions. Reader's cap hit fits cleanly into the books, and there's no long-term risk. 1 year, and then reevaluate. That's smart roster building. And the fan response? Through the roof. I've been watching Twitter, Reddit, Instagram all day, and Cowboys Nation is loving this. You've got fans saying this is the move they've waited for. You've got former players chiming in with approval. Even NFC rivals are quietly nervous. Because they know what this means. The Cowboys are plugging the one glaring hole they had on defense, the interior line. And now they're balanced. They're deep. They're physical. And they're not going to be pushed around anymore. Just imagine this front four: DeMarcus Lawrence, D.J. Reader, Osa Odigizua, and Micah Parsons. That's a nightmare. That's a line that can stop the run and get after the quarterback. And if you want to rotate in Motzie Smith, Dante Fowler, Sam Williams, or even Solomon Thomas, you've got depth. You've got versatility. You've got weapons. And it gives Dan Quinn the freedom to dial up pressure however he wants. Offense also benefits indirectly. How? Time of possession. If the defense is getting more 3 and outs, more stops on 3 RD and short, that means more time for Dak Prescott, Tony Pollard, and CeeDee Lamb to work. That means better field position. That means fewer shootouts. All of that adds up over a season. Don't overlook it. This move isn't just about one position, it elevates the entire team. So what's next? Could we see more trades? Could Dallas still add another linebacker or maybe a swing tackle before camp? Possibly. But even if they don't, this move signals something major. They're not content with good enough. They want elite. They want balanced. They want to win. And let me just say, this is the kind of move championship teams make. It's not the sexiest name. It's not a splashy skill player. But it's the exact kind of piece you need when games slow down and get physical. Reader's presence alone changes how opponents game plan. He makes it harder to scheme runs. He makes quarterbacks uncomfortable. He shortens the pocket. He allows you to stay in base defense more often, which lets you disguise coverage and stay unpredictable. All of that matters. And all of that is now possible because the Cowboys finally made the move that so many analysts, insiders, and yes, fans have been calling for all offseason. This is a turning point. This is a statement. The Dallas Cowboys just got tougher. And the rest of the NFC better take notice. So let me ask you, are you fired up? Are you feeling this move as much as I am? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Reader makes this a top 5 defense? Do you think this move puts Dallas over the hump in the playoffs? And who else do you want to see added before the season kicks off? We've got a lot more content coming your way: film breakdowns, roster projections, reaction from the locker room, so make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Because Cowboys Nation, this team just took a big step toward becoming a real Super Bowl contender. And I can't wait to see what's next. Let's go.